backyard, and just wanted to try out this new little strobe arrow from Barnett. And I've tried some of the Luminox stuff. I mean, it's really nice. The problem is you've got to be able to pull it back out in order to turn it off. And the cool thing about these little strobes is it's just got a little switch up underneath it that turns on whenever you shoot it. And so all I should have to do right now is just go pull it out and flip the switch off. So I just wanted to try this out before I hunt with it. Just wanted to make sure it was working. Get out of the shooting house, and you gotta get into the woods. What's up, guys? How's it going? Well, been trying really hard to get into the woods, trying to make the most of it, trying to see if I can catch something before it gets dark. But yeah, basically I couldn't stand it anymore. I keep thinking about this area that I was going to during turkey season, and it was close to my old house, but a little bit further away now that I've moved to a different side of town. And really just wanted to check it out because I saw a group of, I don't know, about 6 or 7 does that were walking through this area during turkey season. You know, a lot of the big buck hunters, they always talk about learning your doe groups, and at this time of year, that's what we're really trying to focus on. And this week I've actually seen 2 very nice looking bucks from the interstate just on the way to work in the morning. We've had a big cold front that's pushed through, and unfortunately right now I'm catching the tail end of it, so don't know how active everything will still be, but people are having a lot of success on this particular WMA, so get out here and try and see what we can find. So check it out. Well, I almost had a shot at that coyote, but after everything I was trying to do this morning, ended up forgot to bolt around into my gun. So as soon as I tried to bolt, he perked up and looked right at me. I mean, he was coming right at me. So it was going to be a pretty close shot. But I tell you what, though, this is really, this is the most action I've seen in a single time going out like this. I mean, I love to sit in a field and wait on deer, but the way it's been here lately, you can't really do that. So, but this is definitely a better way to find something. I've been bumping deer and coyotes, but if I've got coyotes between me and the deer, I don't think that's going to work. So the wind's kind of blowing straight to the north right now, so the coyotes and the deer were headed south. So I may try and swing back around and see if I can't get on the other side of them. Give it a shot at least.
goes up to a point up towards this field. That's where I've had a camera set up. Scouting, try and see if I can possibly figure out if I can trace the steps of where the deer have been going from my camera. I just figured it might be a good time to try and see if I can figure out what sort of paths they're using, see if I can figure out something. So right here may even be a community scrape. I mean, it's looking like pretty much a highway through here. It's a very well-traveled trail, and it's kind of along the transition of these pines to this high stem count, like small oak trees. Definitely something to think about. But that's the better thing of trying to go out and scout. That's what this one guy that I talked to, it's like his first, it's his first year hunting a WMA, and he's already killed 2 bucks on this WMA this year. And he was showing me all these pins and stuff that he had marked, you know, and it was just like this whole great big group of rubs and scrapes everywhere. And so it was just like everything that he came across in the woods, he would mark it. So if you've got Onyx or HuntWise or any of that stuff, you know, make sure you use it, because once you mark it everywhere, and then you can kind of go back and look at it on the computer at home, you can really paint a picture of where the bucks are traveling through. Well, you know, you may not be able to figure out the when, but that's why I say you've got to use every tool in the toolkit to make it happen. And that's part of it, is getting out and scouting and figuring out where the actual scrapes are. Just something to think about, because that's what I was trying to do, was get some, you know, potential idea, you know, where that buck was traveling. You know, I don't know if he was on this side of the bluff or that side, but something's definitely been in here. To do was set up a track and try to follow some of these trails out to this other little spot. And I mean, it's really just like a maze in here. I mean, there's trails everywhere. So right here seemed like a pretty good crossing. I've basically followed out this little draw that I've been hunting, this little creek bottom, and followed it out to the open spot. So got a better idea of where they would be crossing now. So that's something. Just gotta figure out if there's a way for me to get across and get to this other side. Not sure what the terrain is like there, but very distinct elevation changes here. Guess we'll keep moving around and try it out. So. Spot that I've been looking for. for me for this year. I feel like I learned a lot. Covered a lot more ground on this public land than I figured I would. Definitely learned a lot of good stuff. And I know for a fact that there's a nice buck out here. And I don't know if this little rub area that I just found was part of what he was doing, or maybe multiple bucks, I don't know. But it's definitely going to be a good spot for next year. So may try and do some coon hunting and squirrel hunting here at some point soon, and then we'll be getting ready for turkey season. So stay tuned, got some good stuff coming. So thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.
Start it up.